Hello.
Hey people, happy Easter. I mean New Year. We owe my cousin's house in New Jersey. Uh, for anybody who cares, uh, we have to see. We have to see what my wife wants to discuss today. I just found something that I thought that would be interesting just by skimming over something and not seeing it. So
Mhm.
my cousin asked, "Were we
He's
live?"
like, huh?
No, not yet, Q. No,
No, we just lie.
we're live, dude. So whatever we like, you're messing up our show right now.
No, he's not.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Anyway, so we're supposed to start off by talking about our experience. That's what we were supposed
what
to talk about,
experience?
Jermaine,
What experience? You
in Times
you
Square.
didn't tell me that.
So I did tell you that, but he
Okay.
doesn't pay
I
attention
don't.
because he
Yeah.
doesn't
I
take
guess
things
I would.
seriously like he
Okay.
should. That's why
Whatever.
we didn't do our thing last night
No,
because of him.
so she's telling the story because of the reason we didn't do it last night. I'm still getting over being high.
Yeah, so it's your fault.
I got high for the first time on I-95. Well, now I smoked weed when I was 19. That's the first time I ever used marijuana.
He ate three. That wasn't marijuana. You ate three edibles.
That's what you think it is. It's gummies.
I mean, well, it's not how you smoke weed.
Well, smoke eight. I felt the same. So I'm just now almost 95% because I still feel the residuals of it. But anyway, our experience. It was pretty cool. Yeah. I've always said New York that everybody see on TV is not the New York that I'm from. So I was basically a tourist. Uh, I I enjoyed myself. I'll let her go and I'll take over after that.
No,
Continue
it
on.
was very different. Um, let's see, where do I start? So I think um, I read reviews about people experience in Times Square to watch the ball drop, and I agree with everything they said. I think it is probably a lot better if you know what to expect, because we thought that because we were getting a hotel that was right on the corner of where the ball dropped, that it'd be easier access for us to see the ball drop, and that ended up not being the case because the way that they have the streets blocked off is just ridiculous. Like the entire street in front of our hotel was not only blocked off, but you couldn't even stand on that street unless you were going into the hotel. And then to even enter the street, you had to show them like your key, and tell them where you were going to go to different places. You had to show them your reservations to go to the places, and it was just like a madhouse. What made things worse, in my opinion, is that the police didn't even know which streets they had blocked off. So one, if you go to one block, they'll tell you to go to. They'll say like go to 50th Street. You go to 50th Street, then that person be like, "Oh no, you can't get through here. You got to go back down to 38th Street." And so that was just crazy, and that was ridiculous
And
because
then
you had a lot
and
of
the
people
excuse
asking how
that
to get back to their hotel, and they honestly didn't know how to get back to their hotels, and the police were giving them a runaround
and the excuse
in the
that
rain.
and the excuse that they give you is it changed rapidly. They said it could change at any time. So
So yeah, so they were literally just blocking off streets, and people didn't have access to get to places they needed to get. And I don't know, that part of it was daunting and could be a little frightening for someone who just, especially a younger person who's there and don't know their way at all around the city or how to maneuver blocks and avenues and cross streets and everything else. That could have been a real mess for someone.
exciting part is somebody got stabbed in the neck right down the block from where we was eating at.
How's that exciting?
Well, it wasn't exciting for them. It was exciting for us because they had to rush us in the place and tell us, "Ooh, someone, maybe gunshots." Yeah, okay.
Which made it even more difficult for us to get around because then they blocked off all of Eighth Avenue because they said it was a crime scene. So like Eighth Avenue was the main street that they were telling people to go down originally. So then they blocked that street off and apparently didn't open up another street for people to go down. So it's kind of like everyone was trying to find their way around wherever. We were trying to go to this after ball drop party. We ended up having to have the guy from the facility he had to meet us up on the corner of the street because we couldn't get in. It was crazy.
Yeah, very interesting. Went to see the Lady Liberty today. went back into the city, and she was wondering why there was so many people still there, as if it's not Manhattan.
Who was?
You.
Oh,
So Lady Liberty. She looked like she needed to be pressure washed. She has man arms and King Kong feet.
you never been to Statue of Liberty?
I think I may have went when I was super young, but it's nothing that I didn't really, you know. Yes. Just to let you know, initially she was copper. It was my cousins. You want to come tell everybody, Q? My cousins just said originally, Lady Liberty was copper. She is copper. She is copper. But what happens to copper when you expose it to the elements of salt water? It turns green. It turns green. Oh, okay. Interesting fact. You might want to fact check that. My cousin said Lady Liberty was uh, initially copper, and the water and the salt water and the elements turned her green, but she still looks musty. Like she has a whole bunch
Why
of.
gotta be musty?
She needs a bath. She needs to be pressure washed. Um, so pretty much that was that. That's all I have to say.
So anyway, that was my little experience, my bucket list to New York to watch the ball drop. Will I ever do it again?
Hell
I
no.
don't know. If I did, it would be
With another husband, because it won't be me.
probably years from now with my side dude or something.
Yeah, that's what she had to do. It that side dude treatment.
Because I would have a lot more fun. Like my side dude wouldn't be somewhere all high on New Year's Eve.
Yep,
Not
he
able
probably
to
had you in the
participate.
alley somewhere getting mugged.
No, I bet you wouldn't.
Yeah, well, you need to bring that nigga, please, because I have my side chick in Paris. So,
See, I was gonna say something smart, but I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna just keep my mouth
yeah,
shut.
don't do that.
I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut.
Okay, so what's next, baby?
All right. So
Here we go.
anyway, that was our experience in New York. It was okay. If you want to do it, do it. But just know in advance it's going to be hectic. It's not going to be what you thought it was. And don't expect it to be all rose gardens.
It is what it is. I Saturday, like I said, if I ate 3 edibles and that kind of, you know, all the other ones we had eaten before, it didn't really do anything. So I figured these was gonna be the same type of ones. And I think he gave me some, oh no you don't ones, and it put me on my ass pretty much all night. So
Definitely did that.
I was walking down the avenues like this with my head down. And my wife said I'm
And throwing
bored.
up and everything.
No, well, yeah, I did.
I'm like, how are you in a club vomiting like that? Like to the point where the police officer asked me, like, what did he have to drink? So now I'm like, okay, now they about to either arrest him or send him in an ambulance to the hospital somewhere. And I'm about to leave him, let him go by himself. I know, I know Q's address. I don't know how he gonna get home. Because I'm sure he's gonna go in that nasty German ass hospital with you.
This is what being married gets you.
Well, I wasn't gonna do that.
She leaves me to come stay at my cousin's house.
Yep.
While I'm sick.
You could have called and checked on me, whatever.
What the hell? I'm in the hospital.
Well, because I don't know why he even did that.
And I tried to get her to take a second one. I'm glad she didn't, because we definitely would have been in the hospital.
Yes. Okay, so here's the other topic that I had. This on the other. No, I had a couple, but you got one too. You said. What's your topic? You want to go first?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first. I saw this in the group, and I thought it was kind of interesting that the advice that people were giving this young lady, because I was thinking kind of the same thing, and so I was shocked that so many people picked up on that. But anyway, the situation was like this woman is with this guy who's her boyfriend. They've been together since her daughter was 2. Her daughter has always called him daddy because the daughter's dad is not in the picture, hasn't been in the picture. They move in together. They have a kid together. The daughter is now 4 years old, and now all of a sudden the boyfriend is like, I'm uncomfortable with her calling me daddy. I think it needs to grow organically. We need to stop her from calling me daddy and figure out another name for her to call me until she can understand or articulate why she wants to call me daddy. And I want my child to stop calling you mommy.
Whoa.
So,
oh.
yeah. So apparently they were together. They've been together for some years now. Both kids been calling each other's boyfriend and girl, whatever, daddy and mommy. Now all of a sudden the boyfriend. after they didn't have their own child together, their own biological child together, after they're living together and everything else. Now he's uncomfortable with the word daddy or mommy. And this girl's asking, um, I understand. I just want to make sure that I know how to explain this to my daughter so she doesn't feel abandoned now that she can't call him daddy. We have a kid together that's going to be calling him daddy. And so I told her her main focus should be on teaching her daughter how to love and value herself because obviously she don't. But anyway, what's your thoughts?
I have questions. Question one is the other child that he has is the mother of that child in the picture. Since he said he don't want his child calling her mom,
She
so
didn't
that's
say,
all
but
right.
she's been calling her mommy, or he, her, been calling her mommy
Well,
since
first of all,
for over 2 years.
my beliefs in that is if you started off like that, and that's what the child knows you as, especially as 2 years as a 2 year old, then I think you do more harm to that child trying to make the child stop calling you that because obviously the child is calling you that she articulated because you've been there. So therefore, what else are you? If you started off and you wasn't saying Mister or Mrs. blah 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 from the beginning, then that's what that child is. And you said tell your daddy to do this or tell your mommy to do this, then that's what the child knows you as, and you're building a relationship for the child to call you daddy and or mommy. That's I can't really speak to the mommy part because I don't know where the mother at in the child's life. You and I have had that discussion before about the mommy and the daddy thing. I believe if the mother's not involved in the child's life, then it shouldn't be a problem with the child calling the lady mommy. Uh, but back to the daddy aspect of it, if that child's father's not around and he's raising that child as his own kid, he's wrong for even trying to at 2 years later telling that child not to call him daddy because
So
you're
what
gonna.
everybody was saying was like this dude finna leave, but he finna leave the relationship because why would he all of a sudden start? What do you think? I think he getting ready to leave her because why all of a sudden would you all of a sudden start? Oh, well, I don't want this child calling me daddy, blah blah blah. Like they said, it seems like he's trying to detach.
I don't know if he's trying to detach or he may have because he has. It could be. I'm not gonna say that. It could be, but it also could be maybe he has a part of him because now he has a biological child. Well, no, the other child is his biological child.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so I don't know. Hey, why would you get a pregnant and y'all got your own kid together and leave? So that I don't know. That's kind of weird. I was gonna say maybe because well yeah maybe because because he's there and that's their child and I don't know I have no clue. I know he's wrong in my opinion. That's a good one.
Yeah, and most people said that he's going to leave. I think he's up to something too. Because otherwise it just made no sense. And the excuses he gave that she said he gave didn't
I
make
mean
any
but I
sense.
don't really make it.
So for her to try to justify, rationalize what he was doing to me seems strange
I don't
and
know if
weird.
that's but that doesn't mean he's getting ready to leave either because he could just leave if like what does the kid not calling him dad got to do with him leaving?
Well, it's like some people were saying, like maybe he's trying to detach, like that's his way of detaching from the kid,
Yeah, that's
like
not.
detaching first. It could
Yeah,
be some people do that. The way of detaching is to try to distance himself from the kid. Maybe he actually care about the kid. Maybe he don't care about the mama, but he
well
don't want to hurt the kid, so he gonna try to detach. And
that's
men don't, y'all don't think the most logical way when it comes to stuff like that. Y'all be like, well, if she stopped calling me daddy, then that means she won't be as hurt.
yeah okay.
Y'all do.
Ain't nobody gonna think like that with no damn 2 year old.
Y'all do
Ain't
too.
nobody thinking like that with no 2 year old.
She
Stop.
poor now, so y'all do think
Ain't
like
nobody
that.
thinking like that. Ain't nobody like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. He got something else going on. I definitely believe that he's wrong. You don't, because now you're playing with the kid. Like that's crazy. So that's a little bit different. Yeah, it's definitely different. I don't even know what to say about that one. That's the first one that ever stuck me.
He's leaving. She should prepare herself.
How you gonna prepare somebody yourself to leave?
I should prepare herself that he's
She can't
leaving.
prepare herself for somebody to leave.
Why can't
How the
she?
hell you gonna sit there? Okay, today is the day today. I think tomorrow's gonna be the day. How you gonna prepare yourself for somebody to leave?
You can prepare yourself to like for instance, if she don't think she's financially capable of affording the place that they stay in, she needs to prepare herself because he's getting ready to leave
Oh,
her.
from that standpoint,
Yeah.
okay.
So All right, what was the topic you at?
Oh, hell, I forgot. I seen something to the. What did it say? I don't know. I forgot.
You just had it on the phone.
Man, I don't feel like looking back through my phone. What's
How
your
you gonna
next one?
forget about the topics? I'm confused.
I just had it, and it was in something that I was reading.
Anyway, y'all, as you can tell, I'm still. I don't know. I've been tired last 2 days. Um, just really looked
Oh,
real tired.
that's my question. That's my question. Um, my question is, how important is it to be for your husband or wife to get along with the in laws, like as far as the mother and the father of the relationship and the family in general.
What?
So so how important would it be for you for your family to like me? What if they didn't like me? Would that be a deciding factor if you stay with me, married me, or whatever?
Probably
Why?
because my family are generally good people and they don't really just dislike anybody for any reason. Like they're
Okay,
not gonna
but
just
so
dislike
so
somebody. So if they have an issue with someone, it's because it's something about them that they picked up on.
all
Like
right.
that person is abusive or that person they have a feeling you're not treating me right, something like that.
So, but they can have that feeling and nobody likes me, but you're fine.
What mean? What you mean?
I'm just saying, if you was fine and the happiest you ever been in a relationship, but your family just didn't like that person.
They ain't gonna do that though. You said according to my family.
Okay, well then, what if I didn't like your family? Then how important would that be then?
So I'm not gonna be with you. I'm gonna be with you if you don't like my family. You ain't got no reason not to like my family.
So basically, your family can determine who you be with,
And
and that person can make you just as happy as you ever want to be because they don't get along with you or your family, your husband or a boyfriend or whatever don't get along with your family, or your family don't get along. You won't be with that person
well,
because of
first
that.
no, because first of all, my family don't ever we don't ever do the not getting along with people thing. So I don't even know how to even talk to that because we speak to that because we don't do that. But if a guy or you talking about you didn't like my family, I know my family, and there would be no reason, good reason for you not to like my family. If you got to issue my family, and as much as I care about my family and I hate my family, then we can't be together because that just wouldn't even work. What I'm gonna do? Argue with you every time I'm trying to? I want to go somewhere with my family and
No,
not have my husband with me. That's crazy. Who doesn't
no.
know? I want to be able to participate with my family with
So
things with my spouse, and if I can't do that, then I don't need no spouse. I don't need a person with a spouse.
that's interesting. That's very interesting.
I mean, your family. If you've been raised in a supportive family that's basically taking care of you your whole life, always been there for you your whole life, why in the world would you throw that away for somebody, especially if you got a family that you know your family's not going to just not like a person for any reason, or they're not that type of people. So why would you then, if that person don't be around your family, isolate yourself from your family,
Nobody,
or
nobody.
not have them be with somebody that don't want to be around your family for no reason, really no good reason? Why would you do that? Because at the end of the day, if your family is like that, that person has no good reason to not want to be around them. First of all, they have no reason. So if they see some good people and they just don't want to be around some good people, then they come maybe a effed up individual. So why would you want to be with that individual? Second, your spouse is just that, your spouse. That person can cheat on you, they can abandon you, they can do all that stuff, and then what you gonna do? You didn't. Your family's most of the time, well, like I said, depending on the family, type of family you got, all gonna always be there for you. So at the end of the day, why would you trade one for the other?
That's interesting. Because I personally, I could have had a biological family just like yours. But if I found somebody that, if I had found you, and then you made me super happy, and you just wasn't the type of person that didn't like my family, like how they operate, or just
If they're a
was
good family, why
just
would I not like them?
well, I mean, I'm just saying in general, if you was that type of person, then I'm not gonna let them dictate who I be with if you make me happy. That's what I'm saying. We
I'm
just have to
saying
come
that you
up with some
can't be that type of
compromise.
person because I can't, unless your family has done something to me. I cannot love you and not love them. That's who you come from. That doesn't make sense to me. You're a part of them at the end of the day. You're a part of your parents. You're a part of your father's side. You're part of your mother's side. How can I not? How can I love you and have despise for them? I can't do that. Especially if there's
You
nothing
don't have
like,
to
like just
despise them if
or
you
not
just
just not
don't.
like them. There's no reason for me not to unless, like I said, unless something has personal something they've done something personally to me. But if you're saying they just generally just good people, I'm just like I don't want to be around your family. Then you need to examine why you with me, because obviously I got
But
some
I
stuff
don't.
with me
Okay,
though.
well, no.
Because if a person is doing that, they got something they like. They either they're controlling, they don't like you being around your family. I mean, if there's no reason for it, there's no reason for it. Like then you have to dig into why a person is like that, because generally a person should be like that. Even if they don't like being around people necessarily, they still wouldn't mind every once in a while going to a family event, and they wouldn't have any issue with your family per se. They may be seclusive, and they may be uh, introvert or whatever, but they wouldn't just be like, oh, I can't be around your family, that type of thing. Like it, like I know, like my niece, she's married to a guy. He didn't like being around. He's an introvert. He was like that. But I could ask him, go make me okay. He would. Blah blah blah. Like I could still, you know what I'm saying? We interacted. Like he didn't have to be at all the family events for us to know that he did. It wasn't like he just didn't like us. It was just like that's who he was as a person. So I'm saying there's a difference. If I'm just like don't like your family for no damn reason, then I got something going on with me.
Well,
And
they don't
why would you even
necessarily.
want to be
It,
with
it
me?
didn't necessarily mean they don't like them. It's like how I used to be. I just didn't take the other people's family because it wasn't biologically my family. So I would have stayed like that. But then I had offered you everything that I offer you as far as making you happy. Just the fact that I don't like being around family during holidays because of how I was feeling. Did that mean you couldn't be with me?
Well, because I would think that if making me happy is me being around my family with my partner and my kids, then you would do that. Because at the end of the day, then it's not anything traumatic to you. It's not anything that's hurtful to you or anything like that. So why can't you do that?
Well, that kind of in my previous before I started changing my mindset, that is kind of traumatic. And even this year, like kind of sort of bothered me. I'm enamored with all the love that you guys have, but to look at you guys and be like, oh dang, you know, oh, I never had this, or I wish this was, how our family operated, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's a little bit,
Okay, but even if so, then that's
but
it,
that's
and
what
that's
kept
something that you
me.
would that you would work on to get over though.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what love demands that you do.
yeah, but that's for certain people. It took me to you until I was able to do that. Before I just stayed away. So I guess that's my point. That's why I actually, when I read it, I was like, that's interesting to me, because again, and I agree with you. I do believe because of how tight you and your family are. If I would have stayed like that, we probably would have never got married or anything. But did I really do anything? Then you could have went and been with somebody else that they loved you and this, that, and the third, and they treated you like crap. But hey, they're around your family, so like that's
No, but
that's my
I'm
point
just saying
behind
that's
all
not
that.
the
Like I don't
determining.
think
I didn't. What I'm saying is that there's people have negotiables and non-negotiables. But and I'm not gonna be with someone that can't be around my family, because we value family too much. Even my kids value family. You know that. Like Mike could be like, anybody here for family? Because we all family. Anybody? Like we value that time together too much for me to be with anybody that would have been like that.
so. Then again, well, I guess that's because of how the difference in how people are raised. Because I really don't care about if anybody ever like anybody I date in my family. And I get it. My family wasn't as close as yours. Even if it was, I still don't think that my mother and father could have disliked everybody I've ever dated, and we could have had been the greatest. And I still gonna make, as a grown up, as a man, I'm gonna make, if this person makes me happy, because if you are my family, you're gonna respect and want me to be happy. So if I'm telling you that this person makes me happy, and that person don't like to hang around and come around, and you have all your feelings, fine. Like, if they're your family, they shouldn't turn you back. They should just want you to be happy, regardless. So I personally wouldn't care about if any of my family like anybody that I dated, married, or whatever the case may be. That wouldn't be a deciding factor uh, for me, because my ultimate goal would be happiness,
But like
because I
that's
have
why I
to
say
live
it
my
depends.
life.
It depends on again. That's why I say it depends on family and your upbringing. Because I know my family's not gonna just not like somebody. That's the thing. They're not gonna just not like somebody. If they see somebody making me happy, they're happy for me. They're not gonna dislike you. Matter of fact, if the person, they're not gonna say too. I mean, they're gonna state their opinion, but they've never intervened as far as don't be with this person, don't be with that person, not nothing like that. But even like if they thought somebody wouldn't treat me right, they're not gonna be like, oh, don't be with that person. They're gonna say, like blah blah blah, or you are, God's child, you deserve better. But they ain't gonna tell me not to be with somebody. Period. They're not like that. That's what I'm saying. Depends on what type of family you are. If they were like just evil and hellish people that just picked and choose who they liked arbitrarily, then that'd be something totally different. But they don't do that. So yeah, if I came from a family where like, they say how some of these, like they'll say some guys who are mama boys or whatever, how no woman can ever please their mother, like their mother just don't like any woman that they date. No, then yeah, at that point, then yeah, no, because now I just know you just doing something, just be doing something. You ain't got a reason to not dislike the person, girlfriend, nothing else. You just dislike them because they got a girlfriend. That's
Okay,
crazy.
so then we're gonna take you out the we're gonna take you out of the realm. So you think if a man or woman's mother or father doesn't like the individual that somebody is dating, if you didn't like somebody Zamara was dating or Zariah was dating, and I didn't like them, this, that, and the third, but Zariah was happy as she wanted to be, but we just had a bad feeling about it. You would think Zariah's supposed to leave that person alone?
Mm-hmm. You have a bad feeling about it,
Okay.
but I can't force her to do nothing.
No, you can't force her.
But I can tell her how I feel.
Okay.
Like I don't think this is a good person for you. I've told her that before.
No, that's
And then
fine. That
she
part
makes
is
her decision. But like I said, I don't just dislike people. If somebody strikes me as somebody that's gonna be controlling, or somebody that's gonna bring her down, or somebody that's gonna not got the same goals, or trying to achieve the same things that she is, then yeah, I'll tell her about it.
yeah. No, I'm not saying you're supposed to voice your opinion, but I'm
No,
just
yeah.
saying, what do you think that they supposed to not be with that person because of
I
what
think
you
that
feel,
I think no, I
and
think
that
that she
person
should.
never showed them any of them signs that
I
you're
think that
talking
she
about?
can. I think that if again, depending on, because Zariah's parent is me, and she knows how I am, I would think that she would consider the fact that what I'm telling her is probably based off of some real concerns, and I would expect that she takes that into consideration because she knows I'm not going to just arbitrarily just not like somebody and tell her not to date somebody. So that if I'm voicing concerns to it, it's because I've seen something in them that reminded me of an abusive situation I was in, or reminded me of this, or reminded me of that, and that's why I'm telling her that. And I would hope that she would take heed to that.
That's interesting.
But yeah, like no, if I was just, like I said, it just depends on the person's relationship with their mom. Like people should know they know their parents and their family. They know when to listen to their family and when not to listen to a family. And if you, I know some people who come from families that just like to just raise hell. Period. Too. That just don't like anyone. And those people, then yeah, I can see why you wouldn't necessarily take heed to what they said because your family just messy like that. But if you don't have a family that's like that and they're known for trying to support you and give you good guidance, then yeah, you should consider that what they're telling you because they
Uh,
want what's best for you at the end of the day.
I guess that's an aspect that I really can't see on the other side of the street on that because I've always been I'm gonna do what I want to do, and nobody's gonna tell me what to do as far as anything concerning, especially that. Like I really never gave a dang, and of course my family's nowhere close to as loving and caring as your family. So I guess that's one of them situations that we talk about life circumstances or how we were brought up or whatever it is. Because how I was brought up is like I don't give a dang if y'all like said person or not, and because anybody, the little bit of family I had, could tell me they hate you and despise you, which why would they? But I'm be like, okay, and your point.
Yeah, but then you look at it from another aspect because I wouldn't have been with you necessarily if you told me that your family despised me that much where I didn't feel comfortable going around them, but you was always with them.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's my
So then
whole.
I wouldn't even be with you
Oh,
in even in that point
so
because
that's the.
like
Well, but no,
so
no, that's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if they despise you and dislike you, and you that's what I was trying to allude to. Dislike you that much, but you're making me that happy that I'm not going to be around. And that's
okay,
my thing.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and listen to them continuously or tell me how they don't like you or what type of person you may or may not be, but yet and still. y'all saying that from the outside, but when I'm with you, I'm on cloud nine all the time. So then at that point, it's that's my point. Like, if somebody's voicing that type of concern, where did your decision lie? Or how do you? Because if they're saying this, that, and the third, it might be abusive, maybe controlling, maybe whatever else could be out there, but you see no signs of what they saying. Why would you go ruin or stop your
Well,
happiness for that?
well, because sometimes you can't see the signs. Because I'll tell you all day that I had a friend that was telling me some stuff. I told you, she told me some stuff her boyfriend was doing. I was thinking to myself like, I don't even know. I was like, yeah, you probably need to watch out for him because if he is okay with that, he's probably gonna be okay with this. I ain't no dude. I ain't even tell her that, right? Didn't tell her that. And sure enough, that's what he was about. So my point is, sometimes when you're in the middle of stuff, you don't see it. People outside of you can see it very clear. People can see stuff about what's face that about Martin that I couldn't see. So people can see things that you can't see because you're in the middle of it, or you feeling like you in love or whatever, and they can see things that you're not able to see, that you're not privy to. If you have a loving and caring and supportive family that's not going to just tell you some BS, just be telling you some BS, I think it's safe for you to be able to say, okay, they're not trying to steer me wrong purposely. Now, if you got a messy family, then that's where the hardship coming, because then you don't know if they're telling you something for your good or they just telling you something to be messy. So that's the difference. So I think it comes down to you knowing the type of people, family, friends you have, and whether or not they can be trusted, whether or not they can't be trusted to give their opinion on that type of stuff,
Yeah,
because they can't see some stuff.
I still ain't let nobody dictate who I'm with. I mean, I appreciate you voicing your opinion. Thank you so much. And that's why I have to leave it at.
Well, I don't know if it's really dictating or just taking heed or listening to people.
Well, you can listen, and if you're gonna listen and then watch out for what they're telling you to listen for, then fine. But if you're gonna be like, oh, nah, they said they don't like him, I'm gonna leave this person alone.
I mean, I'm just saying the same thing with people, kids. I mean, some people, kids have a very good reason for not wanting a parent with a certain person. Some people, kids just doing it because they don't want them with anybody other than they daddy or mama. Some kids just do it because they spoil brats and they don't want them with anybody but them. So you just don't know. That's why you have to kind of just who who the messenger is.
And I'm not gonna listen to my kids unless you tell me that they doing something to you physically or mistreat you, then I'll listen to that. But if you're unhappy because of whatever other reason is, that's not really to me.
Well, I'm just saying, like some kids have been scared to vocalize, like they're being molested by the boyfriend or
Well, that I'm
girlfriend or something.
that
Like
I'm definitely
they're
gonna
scared to
entertain.
vocalize that, so they'll say it in other ways. I just don't want you to be with them, but they can't tell you why. So I'm saying you have to know your kid. Like I know my kids ain't gonna just say, "Oh, I don't want you to be with this person." They gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna just tell me that for no reason. Like right now today, you can yell at them all you want to. They ain't used to people, especially little ones, yelling at them and stuff like. You can yell right there. They ain't gonna say, "Mommy, you don't need to be with your man." They ain't gonna say no stuff like that. But if they ever told me that about somebody, I'm gonna take heed because I know my kids aren't like that. And I'm gonna start asking questions. What happened? You know, like talking about what you. I'm saying if it
No,
was
no,
somebody
no,
else, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying.
yeah,
I would ask some questions like, "What happened? Why are you saying this?" Type of thing.
yeah.
Like I didn't even know they refer to Mad Martin. That's Mad.
Stop
I'm
saying.
sorry until you said that.
Talking about Lawrence, by the way. It's the second
No, we're
time
not.
we did that.
And ain't no wrong with it.
Ah, yeah,
It's
no, we're
all
not doing
public.
that. We're not doing
I can say names.
that. No,
I really can. I'm not saying last name. I can say names anyway.
whatever. But yet, that it wasn't mad. It was mean.
Or mean, whatever. Mean Martin, yeah. But I'm saying they.
So, well, again, anybody gonna ever tell me who I can and can't be with? That's just bottom line. I don't give a dang on family. As much as I love my father could have said, "Boy, that's the biggest hole in the world. Boy, me, my uncle, my little brother, and my cousins, they ran through it." I'm like, "All right, then, good for you, pops. Guess you add your son to it too. I ain't leaving no alone."
First of all, they would never say that on me,
I'm
but
just saying in general. It
I'm
could have
just
been
saying.
anybody. Ain't nobody gonna tell me who I can be with.
Well, if it had been
So
anybody other than me, you probably should take heed.
yeah, I'm gonna take heed to nothing because
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
should have.
be. Well, what if they did and I enjoyed everything they taught? then I'm just gonna be with her until she leave me alone. So I'm trying to say, like nobody tells me who if you make me happy, you make me happy. At the end of the day, if you just like D, uh, if I don't ever say nothing else to him for another 2 3 years, I expect when I call him, be like, "What's up, bro?" He like, "Hey, what's up?" Da da da.
I don't know. I just think I mean I get what you're saying,
That's why me and Trey so tight.
but I mean there's people God placed in your life for a reason. But again, if you can't trust them like that, then you can't trust them like that. I can trust people like that. I ain't got nobody that's gonna say anything crazy to
I
me.
don't trust
That ain't
nobody
saying.
but you and God, and you on the fence. Now, what you gotta say about that, buddy?
I probably should be after that dream I had last night.
Oh my God.
Put me on the fence.
Anyway,
Put me on that fence.
what's your other one? You got another one? Because we got a long drive tomorrow.
What's your other
I
one?
don't have it anymore. That was
That's the only one you
the
start.
only one I had. I will tell y'all this.
Okay, so here's some other ones that we was talking about though. Okay, because I forgot about this one. We supposed to talk about this a long time ago. Whether or not you should keep gifts from exes,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because um, for some reason he think you supposed to keep gifts
Who?
from your exes. You,
Oh, I say it don't bother me personally. It doesn't. You know what you
yeah,
and
because you want
you.
to keep them raggedy gifts. That's why.
First of all, we're not gonna talk about keeping. You know what? Let's add to that question. No, no, we're gonna let's get into the question.
My
First.
gift was at least my gift lasted.
So so
It
so
ain't
here
all broke
so listen.
down.
So listen, she had some Betty Boo gifts, right? I agree, Jay. I do too. Like, it doesn't bother me one way or another. But she had some Betty Boo gifts from said ex person, right? Uh, and it didn't really bother me. It didn't bother me that she had it because Betty Boo is her favorite little whatever, and it comes from her pop, so it had significant meaning. So that could have been even a like a touch and go spot, like because that individual gave her something special because of the meaning that she got from her father and what it means to her. It didn't bother me. Like anything with me personally, anything that happened prior to me is prior to me. So you trying to tell me if one of my exes had bought me a really nice car, I'm supposed to give it back?
Yep.
Oh, you out your damn
So you
mind.
think y'all supposed to be riding around in that car?
And I would, you know what? If that nigga would have bought, if that dude would have bought you 3 cars, 2 boats, and a house, I'd have been sitting up in there smoking a cigar on the chair he used to sit in, happy, watching his TV. Only thing I would ask you to change was the mattress. Now, man, what does that matter? That's
No,
before
no,
me.
no, no, no. No, we're not
That's
doing that.
before me.
We're not doing that.
Why? That's before me.
That's okay. I think most of your stuff we've gotten rid of.
Yep, obviously you done upgraded. You done upgraded all of it. So, let's have a special guest. Q, got a question for you. This is one of our questions. Do you think that you should get rid of stuff given to you by an ex? No. You said no? Yeah. My cousin says no, so I win.
No, you don't win. That didn't really sound like a no.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
It depends on what kind of stuff it is.
Okay, well,
Okay,
what kind of
yeah.
stuff is
What
it
kind-
then, Q? What kind of stuff shouldn't they keep?
Something that you guys using together now.
Thank you.
Such as? So you think if somebody had bought her a car before me, I supposed to make her sell a car?
Nah, not a car. Something with more value. More.
Like what? A house? You think I'm gonna make her sell a house?
Nah,
I'm gonna live in that dude's house too.
nah, not that.
I'm not supposed to make her, if he bought her some shoes, make her turn the shoes, throw the shoes away. Maybe she look nice in the shoes. I'm not giving nothing away. Sorry. You can keep everything that anybody of your ex gave you, unless it's something that say I love you or some stuff
Okay,
like
let me
that.
go get that shirt back out. Pull out that shirt.
It says what?
That guy that said this is team on it.
I mean, stuff with you and their
also,
name
so
on
I
it.
can get shirt. I can wear the shirts with our name on it and seal.
Stuff like
Wear the rings and
Okay,
stuff.
that-
Okay. Oh, let me wear the rings and everything.
Boy, I
Let me
swear to
do
God,
all
I don't
that.
like being abusive.
Let me wear the
She about-
rings.
she asking
Let me
for it.
put on the underwear.
Yeah,
Let me put
put on all
on.
that.
Let me put on all
Yeah,
that stuff. Since you're
yeah.
talking. Yeah.
You know what?
What?
Well, you know what?
What?
The underwear. Now that's a good question.
So I should wear underwear? It got his name on it.
Oh no, you ain't doing no shit like that. Now you excuse my language. You just
Should I wear underwear that he bought me?
Yeah.
Lingerie
you can,
that I wore for him.
you can. Just don't tell me.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, okay. So now when you do things like that, then it make you think you're thinking of the dude.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking when I put it on. To put it on for
Well,
you.
well,
Maybe
then,
I'll put
okay.
it on for you, and I'm gonna imagine that person's face in my head.
Well, then
I got the lingerie on, since that's what you want to do. Since you want to say it's okay.
well, that's fine. You do that. You just make sure if you ever leave me that you keep them Jermaine ones on too.
Nope.
Damn it.
I'm getting rid of those.
Nope. So now to your point, you got pictures of you and people.
Oh, but that you didn't like still being up, by the way, in the house.
No, but you said you shouldn't get rid of it.
You told me to take them down.
Oh no, you said you should get rid of it.
Yeah, you said I have to take them down. Oh, leave them up. No, first you didn't. You didn't like them being left up.
No, I didn't. Why not? Now, she want me to.
Also, wait, I gotta give away gifts.
Yeah,
we gotta give
so,
away. I gotta see him play his little PlayStation that he got from somebody. I gotta see that all the time. But a picture of me and another dude, he can't see all the time.
She got a picture of the dude.
That?
She got a picture of the dude hanging up above our bed, and they hugged up kissing.
It wasn't above our bed.
I'm sorry, it's on the front of the TV. Okay. So I'm trying to watch TV, and I see you and that dude hugged up together.
Okay, but he can play but I gotta watch him play the PlayStation that he got from some other chick all the time. I gotta watch him play that. So how that work? So his PlayStation is like a picture. It's sitting right up there on the
stand. It ain't got the picture of her face on it.
It don't matter.
It ain't. Move your hands.
It
ain't got the picture of her. You got a picture of a whole dude. And then they didn't throw the pictures away. She just put them down and put them in a box.
Why I gotta look at the PlayStation? That's why I'm glad I got rid of that.
You ain't get rid of it. I got rid of it.
Yeah, I made you.
You didn't make me. I just got a better one. It's not the point.
So I made you.
The point is, it's not a picture. If I had a picture of me and somebody else.
Look, every time we go on trips, he want to pack that little raggedy bag that he got from somebody else. Now, how you do that?
What bag? Ain't nobody give me no bag.
That little bag that broke. And he was carrying that little bag around there. I'm like, how you taking a bag that you got from some other chick with us on some trips?
Listen.
How you do that, though?
You still carrying the dang old bags he got you. You just recently got.
They weren't raggedy, though.
Boy, these are times why we need marriage counsel.
That's why she.
Yeah, I definitely did. You got other Betty Boo stuff too, but that ain't the point. I still ain't tell you how to get rid of it. I personally, again, if it's like a necklace that say I love you or something like that, yeah, I don't give a damn if it's a diamond necklace. At that point, we gotta sell it because it say I love you and it came from somebody else. If it's some type of engraving of a ring or some type of jewelry, stuff like that, yeah, but clothes and shoes,
jewelry and stuff, so you gotta get rid. No,
depends on what it is.
No, if it's a diamond.
If it's a diamond ring, no. But if it got some type of engraving that say
what was a diamond engagement ring?
What if it's what?
Or like an engagement ring.
It depends on how big the engagement ring was. I got you. If I can't afford to get one bigger than that, you gotta throw that away. Or sell it. Let's upgrade it one. But it's something like I'd probably be okay with keeping the ring. You can put it on another finger. But if it got your initials and their initials in it, yeah, you gotta get rid of stuff like that. The hell out of it. Like, dude got you a shirt that said, "What about the trucker wife?" You ain't gotta get rid of that because you're a trucker wife. You and his wife, he was preparing you for the future.
Really?
Yes. So the clothes, if he fit you up, what if he had bought you a dress and it was showing off your curves and some red bottoms and some diamond necklaces, and I met you in that. You ain't gotta get rid of that. Matter of fact, I'll shake his hand and say thank you because that's the reason I looked at him.
Really?
Yes. You don't have to get rid of stuff like that with me. Now, even with the lingerie. Now, if you only you would know if you put lingerie on thinking about that dude. Like, I don't want to know. I would hope that you would put some lingerie on and say, ooh, look what he bought me. Now, if you're going to do something like that, then that's a little bit disrespectful.
How's it disrespectful?
Because why would you put that? Why would you have to put it on? Why not tell me that he bought you this in the beginning?
Maybe I think it's sexy.
Okay, well, why would you tell me that then?
Because I want you to know. Maybe you want to buy something like that.
No, okay. Well, so that's when you throw stuff along.
You know, like you got.
So if I walk around
about what you should get me next time.
If I walk around in some drawers and be like, oh, when I put these drawers on, boy, she used to do this to me. That's okay.
That's not talking about the orange drawers.
I got plenty of pictures of orange drawers.
Those are the same ones.
I got 3 pair downstairs
now.
Those are the same
ones. Those are the same ones.
I'm gonna show you 3 pair downstairs. I'm gonna show you
the same ones.
So you gonna pick out
what? Pull them out then.
No. Okay. They're my drawers. And I bought them. Ain't nobody give me those. So now, anyway, I don't think you're supposed to get rid of stuff that's given to you. She said yes, but yet and still she got pictures of her ex-boyfriend, her ex-husband, her ex-size dude.
Actually, they were really good pictures though.
Her ex-size dude. She be posting pictures of her ex husband. She be, which I don't have a problem with. Jimmy, I love you. She be posting pictures with you know how Facebook have the, what are them things called?
What?
The memories.
Memories?
And when you have to, she be sharing memories of her and her ex
I don't
boyfriend.
know. Why you lying? Now you know damn well.
So, so why she ain't go? She still got pictures of her ex boyfriend on her page.
No, I
What?
don't.
Yes, you do too. Actually, I don't know.
Did I take those down?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. Did you? Mm-hmm.
He's
So
like,
did
I
you?
like them bitches that's fun with babe on.
Yeah, now that one kind of rubbed me the wrong way. She had a picture on there, and it make me think that she wanted them or
It was
nothing.
in the
But
old photo album.
and it said, "Fun with babe," but you walk around here talking about, "Hey, babe, this, babe, that," to me. People gonna go through your pictures. Well, which one of these niggas is your babe? Which one is the babe too? That was my point.
Really?
So anyway, that's all I had to say. You should get rid of stuff, certain stuff, depending on what it is.
No, I don't.
Oh, he in critical. Oh,
The men shouldn't be able to have anything. Keep
men.
anything. Yeah. Females can keep their stuff. But y'all know how to act. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what all I have to say on that. It's 10:30. We got a 17-hour drive tomorrow.
You got nothing to say?
I don't. Although this right here, I'll say to you guys again, and I tell my wife this all the time, and hopefully people in relationships, y'all take this to advice. Remember why you married slash in love slash love the individual you with. Always in the midst of an argument, understand that's just a moment. Your love should be forever. Forever, 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 forever. And I always tell her, as mad as I am at her, I'm always in love with her. And I mean it then, I meant it then, I meant it yesterday, I meant it today and going forward. Until you try to take my PlayStation away again, start telling
Y'all
me I
ain't got to
can't
worry
play
about
it.
taking that away.
So, but she's complaining about my PlayStation too much. I'm gonna take that back because she said I play my game too much. But
He
anyway,
does.
I only got one game I play, and that's 2K.
And it's
But
too much.
you know what? With that being said,
No, with that being said, that lady said that too. She asked if it was childish for her husband to be on his game all day and not paying any attention
so
to
we
his
gonna
wife.
go. I thought we was gonna get off.
I'm
So
sorry, but I just,
well,
you just brought that up.
that
And I
last
thought that was
part,
very childish.
that last part, not paying attention to your wife. Yes, I agree. However, I'll
What
say to you,
responsible
I'll
adult
say,
has all day to sit around on the damn game all the time?
was either he
Nobody.
sit around all day or he go in the streets.
He better be trying to figure out some responsibility.
He might be
Because apparently,
responsible.
then if he's sitting around, she doing everything.
Well, no, how you know that?
Because how he just sitting around?
Because he didn't pay. He didn't went to work for 8, 10, 12, 14 hours.
No, he ain't. No, that
And he
ain't.
done
That ain't
came
how
home,
she
paid
said
all
that.
the
No.
bills around the house.
The key word was keywords were all day. Sit around all day on your game. And I don't care if you have worked 8, 10 hours. You don't come home.
If I want to play my game all
And
day, I
stay on
can
your
play my
game
damn
all-
game all day. How you know that ain't one day?
He finna get it first.
How you know that ain't one day out of 7 days? He just do that one day.
No, that ain't what she said. She said he
So
does
she-
it all the time, and then he's not paying attention to her. So that's totally different.
Well, I used to.
I don't think anybody needs to be on the game, especially no adult. Like, if you got that much time to spend on the game, that's time you can be doing something constructive with.
How
your
do you
life.
know that's not constructive and that could be their mind?
I can
that
understand
could be their.
decompressing and using a game to decompress, but as with anything, there should always be limits. Like anything you overindulge in is an issue. So there should be limits to that. You should set a time limit for yourself. It's not a good thing. I don't care who you are, especially if you're in a marriage, to be at home on a game all day long and then seeing your spouse maybe need this or seeing your spouse moving around cleaning
No, you
up or
shouldn't
seeing
neglect.
your
Yeah, you
spouse
shouldn't
doing this
neglect
and
your
you're just
family.
still sitting on your game. That's crazy.
Yeah, you shouldn't neglect your family or nothing like that. Or your wife. Yeah, but if I want to play my game all day, if I'm in the middle of a game and this game's 6,
And my thing is like, when do you have time? I mean, when is there really nothing going on that you can like? It's funny because men, you're not a gamer. I don't. There's guys. I don't understand these gaming dudes. I really don't. But I'm just trying to figure out when does your spouse? Most time you don't have women who have the time to sit around and do that. They can't take 5 hours out of the day to just sit around doing nothing because there's always something that has to be done. So if you're going to play your games like that, then at least be considerate enough to ask, is there anything that you need to be doing before
Well,
you get on
I'll
your
agree to
game?
that. I'll agree to that.
Because nine times out of ten, there's something that has to be done. You're just not doing it, and your spouse is gonna end up doing it. They're gonna end up picking up the slack.
I wish I had time to play my.
And that's not fair because that's what I'm saying. Like most people, if you think about it, if you think about the time how fast the day go by, you really don't have time. I really don't have time to spend that I spend on just on Facebook. And now, in case y'all didn't notice, I don't spend as much time on Facebook because I've been making that commitment not to do that. I kind of put my phone down at times. I leave my phone places. I do. I leave it on vibrate or silent so I don't even have to hear notifications or anything. And I've been doing that purposely because I don't want to be bothered with it because it's too much. It's too much stuff that I need to be get done. Get done. Anytime I have time to be on my phone doing whatever, that's something that I'm not doing that could be that I need to get done.
Well,
Cricket machine. Oh, those machines. I heard about the machines. Oh Lord,
what the hell is that?
it's one of the machines that you can like. I think you can put like designs and names on stuff, right? With those machines. Yeah, like I can't.
Well, I say this. Again, that comes from type of background you from. I've always been into video games because of I was raised. All I did was play ball and stayed in the house playing games when I was younger. Then I started hitting the streets, and I wasn't in the game so much. And when PlayStation came around, I stuck Xbox at first, and then I started with PlayStation. And so I went from playing ball to playing ball, less time in the streets and more in the games. And it went from the streets to more video games. Then it went from less in the streets to being married, video games, and not really to the part that you shouldn't do, like you said, being attentive in a marriage. So I can understand where it comes from. But prior to you, I don't think if I didn't have the game, I wouldn't have been in the streets. So the game actually kept me out the streets and kept me from hanging out late at night because it's like when 10, 11 o'clock came, I was getting tired anyway and didn't want to be out there doing whatever I did. So I went in the house and started playing the game at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. That's a lot safer. So then after that, getting married that first time, like I told you, me and Q used to stay on the game. We'll wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and play all day. Now, if I had to in between go to the store, go do something, this, that, and the third, I'll do it. I heard him bust my butt, go do whatever I got to do and come right back home, pick it up, do whatever I do, get right back to the game. And that's all it consisted of. No, and I'm talking about 5 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, wake up 6 o'clock next morning, get up, doing it all over again.
Yeah, that's crazy and irresponsible.
I don't know what was irresponsible. My bills was paid. My bills was paid. so it counted. The bills was paid. Food in the house, kids was home eating.
No way you could be attentive like that. But anyway.
Well, I didn't say I was that attentive.
Okay, so I said that was irresponsible.
Well,
Again,
not really. Well,
it is very much irresponsible.
It depends on who the person you're with. I'm pretty sure that I could have done things gave up some of them hours to do things, with ex-wife and made her happy, this, that, and the third, yeah. But if you're not in that mindset, and why you cut the TV off, man?
You said you don't watch NBA no more.
Yeah, well, you go left it on. So at that particular time, I wasn't in the mindset of being able to be attentive at that time.
All right. So
I'm gonna get me a day in sooner or later where I just play the game all day. I have yet to do that with her yet, and I can't. Because every time she asks, this is the first for me. I'll turn my game off and then go do whatever she asks. And anybody that knows that you're playing 2K, especially if you quit, you get the loss automatically. So I'll take the loss and get up and go do what she has to do, or I want me to do, or need me to do, or what I'm supposed to do, whatever you want to say. So I'm not as nowhere close as bad. I probably don't get to play no more 3-4 games a day unless she get really tired and go to sleep early, and then I can stay up all night.
And get nothing done.
Yeah, once she go to sleep,
not be like, Jermaine, did you do this? Oh, I forgot.
That's because I
forgot. See, and that's what I'm talking about.
You be sleep.
Irresponsible.
I be shoot.
But anyway, so yes, that's very childish. If your spouse, male or female, is on some type of game.
Well, I think it's very romantic.
Apparatus.
I think it's very romantic if your spouse can play with you.
Yeah, then but then nothing will get done around the house, right? So then you have two gamers
You
and
would be
then no
fighting
bills
because I be
getting
beating your
paid,
ass all the time,
nothing getting done like it should be. Like
dunking
the
all
household
over.
is way too big to be doing that. So,
Anyway,
but anyway, so that was the last thing. Okay, but so anyway, recap. New York was fun. It was exhausting. Can do without the edible. That really kind of messed up a whole day. Uh, for us was not fun at all. The edible thing was not. So would I do it again? I don't know. Maybe so. I know what to expect now, so maybe it wouldn't be that bad later on. But I don't know. It was. They were doing way too much with the blocking of the street. Felt like I was in South Africa during apartheid times or something. I mean, like I had to show a green card or something everywhere I went. It was crazy. So that's the New York experience. We get on the road bright and early to head back to cold Iowa. Um, and
yeah,
we will see you all next week.
yeah. I have a maybe a. It depends. I may have a personal story we talk about next week. So
Yeah, it's always wet. It was rainy, and I didn't like that either. And the fact that they had people going around blocks and blocks and blocks because they couldn't tell you where to go exactly in the rain was very disheartening. So, yeah. All right.
peace, love, and Afro Grease. Love you.
Love you.